Hi, my name's Kat. Thank you for joining me today for this upper body workout. So today we've got 6 exercises that we're going to do 10 reps of with 2 rounds. So if you want to do more rounds, absolutely go for it. I'm going to be using a 1.5 kg and 6 kg dumbbells, so use whatever you've got. There's not going to be any breaks, so pause the video if you ever need to. As always, listen to your body and modify if needed. And the main thing is have fun. Let's get started. All right, we'll start with a quick warm up. So let's do a little twist from side to side to let your arms flop, getting some movement into your shoulders. And we'll come into a wider stance and come into a nice side stretch. And over. And let's do one more on both sides. And then do some big shoulder circles. So try to make it as large as you can. So you're going to your end range of motion without moving the spine, so only the shoulders. Oh, it feels so good for me. Let's go 3 in the other direction. Beautiful. And then bending into the knees, we're going to push one shoulder down and then the other. Let's go back and forth a few times. Great, and then interlace behind, open up the chest. And then release the arms, scoop the belly around the spine. And then inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together again, kind of like a standing cat and cow. We exhale round. And inhale, open, warming up all those muscles and connective tissue. Last one. Good. Shake it out. All right, so we're going to start with our lighter weights if you've got some. You can even do this with some cans if you don't have any weights, or bottles, or just do it without the weights. So we'll roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to bring one arm forward and one arm out to the side, but make sure you're really grounded through the feet. A slight bend in the knees, so we're not locked out, and we don't want the body to wobble, okay? So a little bit of core, not a full squeeze, but enough to keep you stable. So we're going to lift one up, forward, and one out. Great. So our breath when we exercise, we always exhale on the hardest part of the exercise and inhale, you release. That's our main Pilates breath, but it really works for strength as well, especially when you're lifting really heavy. It gives you that extra power. I've lost count. I think we're on 5. We're just bringing it up to about shoulder height or slightly higher. A little bend in the elbows, but arms still relatively straight. Making sure the shoulders aren't rolling forward, so the shoulder blades are slightly tucked back in towards your spine. I think we have one more on both sides. Excellent work, shake it out. All right, so now we're going to do a clean and press. It does involve legs, so if you'd rather not do the leg version, then yours would be more of like a hammer curl to press, and you can just stay standing. But a clean and press involves pulling up a little faster. So usually we want to go heavy-ish for this one, but whatever you've got, just make it work. So we bend down, make sure we're not rounding into the shoulders. We bend down, pull it in quickly, push it up, catch it, and then bring it down the other side. Pull it in, up, down, down. So you want to keep it quite close to the body, so we're not doing like a big swing out. Close, and you're flipping the wrist. Ooh, I'm not sure about that left side. kind of using a little bend in the knees to give you a little bit of a bounce to press it up. So keep the knees bent, push it up, catch and down. Once again, I'm not counting correctly. I think we have 4 more to go. Let's go 2 more. Last one, both sides. Ooh. Going at a faster pace gets the breath going. We're going to go back to our light ones. Alright, so now we're going to do bicep curls, but the way to make it really spicy is to keep the elbows lifted. So when your arms, or your legs for that matter, are further away from your midline, then it's always going to be more challenging. So you can do normal bicep curls. Otherwise, I'm going to roll the shoulders back and down, ground down through the feet. Catching my breath, core on. We'll bring your elbows up. So we curl towards the shoulders. Let's open, curl, and bring it forward. So you can have your elbows a little lower than the shoulders if there's a lot of tension in your neck. So just do what's right for you. And keeping that brace into the core so you're not rocking forward and back. Gosh, I'm doing a really bad job at counting at the moment, but I think we've got 4 to go. 3. 2. Last one. Awesome work. Shake it out. Okay, so now we have a chest press. We'll come down to the ground for this one. If you have a bench, you can use a bench, laying on a bench. So I'm going to go back to my heavier dumbbells. Laying on your back, you have your feet relatively hip distance apart, elbows go out to the side. Alright, so you exhale to push it up in line with your chest, and then inhale, bring it back down. So when you're on a bench, it allows your elbows to go a little lower so you can get a little bit more range, but this still works really well. Let's go 3 more. Last one. Bring it in. And place that down. I'm going to flip around for our commandos. So commando is a core exercise as well because you're in a plank position, but for me, my shoulders are probably the weakest part of my body. So for me, I feel it in the shoulders. So it is definitely still an upper body workout. So you can come down onto your knees so it's less core focused, but you can also be up on your toes in a high plank if you wish. So the movement is elbow down, up, up. So we've got, it's essentially a little mini push-up as well, single arm push-up. So we're always changing which arm goes first. So I hope you're doing this with me, by the way. I didn't say start, but let's go. So keep the belly firm. If you want it to be a little bit less intense, you can be in a tabletop position. If you would rather just hold a plank, that is an option too. The hands, when you're pushing up, goes under the shoulder with nice spread fingers. So we're doing, I've lost count again, That's okay, we'll just keep going for a little bit longer. So when you push up, try not to collapse into the shoulders, that's the hard part. Let's do another 2, leading with both arms. Last one. Ooh. And stretch it out. And our last exercise before we start round 2 is on your belly. So spread the legs about hip distance apart, and you want to keep your feet anchored down. Your foundation that you really need to set is through your glutes, so squeezing your glutes, pushing your hips down, and pulling your belly button up. So if you have lower back issues, you may want to engage your pelvic floor as well, like you're trying to stop yourself from peeing. It should naturally engage a little bit by itself, and that's all you need. But if you have back issues, squeezing it a little bit more firm will just protect that area a little bit more with your deep core, because your deep core, your transverse abdominis, starts around your spine. All right, so with the arms, you've got your foundation set. Your arms, on your exhale, you lift your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together, keep your neck in line with your spine, and then inhale, release them back down. So keep your foundation on the whole time, but your shoulders can engage and then release. So exhale, up, inhale, down. You can stay with this option. It's not about the height, it's more about how high you can get the arms, how much you can squeeze the shoulder blades together, more than the actual height of the chest. If you want to go a little further, when you lift, you reach forward, pull your shoulder blades back in towards your spine and come down. So imagine there's a roof just above you, and you're trying to slide your fingertips along the roof. Let's do another 3. 2. The last one. And release. Knees side to side. Come back into child's pose or a shell stretch, which is the rounded version. Whatever feels good for a minute. And then we'll come all the way up. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. All right, round 2. Let's do this. Back to our lighter weights. Setting your feet even, planting down, bracing slightly, lift and lower. Halfway. Good, 2 more. Awesome work. Put those weights down. Into our clean and press. Okay. So remember, you have the option to curl and push if you don't want to do legs. So grab, snatch, push, catch, and down. So you catch it with a bent knee, push it, then bend again, and bring it down. You may need to round the spine a little bit depending on your range of motion to get to the floor. Just make sure your core is on and you're not collapsing into it too much. 2 more on both sides. Back to our lighter weights. We've got the high curls. So setting your foundation, chest open, arms up. So we curl, open. Good, we're halfway. So if you've got much heavier weights, you don't have to do as many reps. So the heavier you go, the lighter you can go with the weights. Sorry, the less reps you can go. So lightweight weights, you can do more reps. Heavy weights, you can do less reps. We've got 2 more. Getting tongue-tied. Last one. Beautiful. All right, and coming down to our chest press. So keeping the weights nice and close to you when you come down. Elbows out. Try and keep your neck nice and long, depending on where your ponytail is. You want to try to move it out of the way so it's not affecting your neck position. Alright, exhale, push, chest height. So in line with your chest. And go slow on your release as well, so we're not just collapsing back down to the floor. We control both directions. Flip it over to our commandos, either holding your plank on your knees or on your toes. Good, so it's really comfortable doing it on your knees and you can just go forever, then definitely try it on your toes and do less reps. Next we go down, down, up, up, swapping lead arm. Either do 5 leading with each arm, which is 10 in total, or you can keep going like I am to do 10 on both arms, which is 20 in total. We got 30 more, both sides. Last one. Awesome. Come on, all the way down. Anchor down your lower part of your body. So glutes on, belly on. So you can either just do the lift and lower, or I'm going to do the reach, okay? So we lift, reach, pull it back, and down. Really focus on squeezing the shoulder blades in towards your spine. 2 more. Awesome. Jiggle out the legs. Back into a child's pose for a shallow stretch. And we'll come into any comfortable seated position, so either kneeling, cross-legged, legs extended. You can even stand if you want to. And we'll bring the arm across. Turn your head away. So if you're going to do another round, obviously pause the video and go for it. And bring your arm up and over. Other side. Up and over. Interlace behind. Open up the chest. Interlace in front, round the spine. Come into a nice twist. Other side. And ending with our side stretch. Up and over. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time.